Right guys, what is going on? BusterBarnes here, and finally my FIFA 21 career mode has arrived to this channel. I put a video up a few days ago asking for you guys to vote on which team you would like to see me use in my first FIFA 21 career mode, and you did all vote for none other than the Hammers West Ham in the Premier League, struggling a little bit last season, only just avoiding relegation. We're going to take over and see if we can do a better job. They do have some very good players as well, some high potential players, so it should be a lot of fun to see them grow, as well as bringing in some brand new signings for the club as well. I think a lot of people would have expected West Ham to be a bit higher up in the league than they are nowadays, so hopefully we can restore them to the glory that their fans feel they should be at right now. So as you can see, brand exposure, financial high, other aspects like domestic, continental, youth development are low. 32 million in the bank. London Stadium, a nice stadium. Maybe the fans are a bit too far away, but hopefully we can try and connect the fans to the team throughout this career mode. But yeah, West Ham is going to be the team. I will be doing other career modes as well, but this is the first one I'll be starting with. Might do a few seasons, try and get into some Champions League glory, and obviously maybe the main goal is to try and win the Premier League with the London club. If you guys do enjoy this career mode series, please be sure to leave a like and comment down below things you want to see me do in this career mode. Any tips you guys have, who you want me to sign and who you want me to sell as well. All of your input would be greatly appreciated, and as always, do subscribe to the BusterBarnes YouTube channel for more FIFA 21 content. Okay guys, so we will be playing on Legendary. I have played a little bit of FIFA 21 just to test out what difficulty I think I should be doing at. I did play as West Ham actually and face Manchester City away, and I won 3-0 on World Class, which is what I used to use. So I'm going to take that as a note that I should go to Legendary. It could be very hard for me, but I mean it is West Ham. They're not necessarily a club that's up there with the big boys, so it should probably be quite hard. 5 minutes. Sterling. I am going to enable these competitions even though we're not in them. Transfer window enabled, loose negotiation strictness, and no financial takeover. Football is back, guys. If you guys are excited for this career mode, please let me know in the comments below. I wasn't too sure what teams to put in the options to vote, but I wanted to make a little varied option for you. I would usually, as you guys can tell by my shirt, go with a Chelsea career mode, but with all the business we've already done and with all of the outgoings that have already happened, I just thought maybe it wouldn't be so exciting and there wouldn't be much for me to do in terms of revamping the squad. So I may probably do a Chelsea career mode somewhere down the line still, as they are the club that I support, but I thought it'd be interesting to go with a different team and one that's maybe struggling a bit more and that I can help rebuild and restore to some glory. Okay guys, so we are here at the team. Got some emails going on, obviously just the basic transfer window ones. Youth Academy, I believe we already get a Youth Academy scout in this career mode, which is quite nice. First scout report to see there got for us. Okay guys, so this is the squad, currently set up at a 4-2-3-1. Mark Noble -4, I believe that is because he is out of position slightly. He won't be in the team anyway. As you guys can see, it's all laid out a little bit differently now. You've got the faces to represent morale, you've got the diamonds which I believe represent sharpness, and obviously the -4 as well, and the little eye which says they're in the wrong position, so that should be quite helpful. Looking at the team right now, this is what I've come up with, and there's a few maybe weak points that I can see. What I like to do is make 2 team sheets, so I'll make this one and then I'll make a second team as well to play in perhaps some of the lesser cup games during the season, or even to rotate during the league at certain points. And some things that I've noticed is we have 2 good strikers. We do have some midfielders as well to fill in. We've got Masuaku and Cresswell at left back. Right back does seem to be a little bit of an issue, as does centre back. Ogbona's not going to grow that much. Diop, I think, still has some decent potential on him, so it shouldn't be too bad from him. Fabianski's fine in goal, so I think that the positions I might be looking to strengthen is maybe bring in a winger, maybe bring in a centre back, and maybe try and bring in a right back as well. However, our budget probably won't be too high, so I'll have to have a look and see what we can do in terms of money. Okay guys, so this is the second team I've got set up. As you can see, you can view some of the weak points. Wilshere, I might have to try and change his position, or maybe change someone else's to try and get them on their best possible performance during the games. The wings aren't looking too good in the second team. There's definitely not a lot of pace there. Also, Johnson, I'm fine with him at right back because I think he will grow. But also Cardoso, not too sure about him at centre back. So I think centre back is definitely the key area that I'm going to be looking at first. Okay, guys, so this is the first player that I'm looking at, Ozan Kabak from Schalke. I think he does have the exciting prospect trait, as we can see. Also, strength, jumping. He is quite young, and I do think that he probably does have a good potential. So I'm just going to ask DB, whoever that is, to scout him, and I'm also going to shortlist him to the transfer hub, and I will be getting back to you guys with some more shortlisted targets. Next guy I've actually found, and I completely forgot about him, is Ismail Assar from Watford, currently in the Championship. I'm not sure if that will affect his price in this game. However, I know that a lot of clubs have been talking about picking him up, and this would be a very good signing for West Ham, I think, especially because they did sell Diangana, which was quite baffling. I mean, even the club captain Mark Noble came in about that, so I think that just at least let me know, West Ham fans, in the comments below if Ismail Assar is a good signing. I think that any of you would take that. Same with Kabak as well, but yeah, I think him and Kabak both look like two very good potential signings. I'm going to have a quick look to see if I can find anyone else as well. Okay guys, so updated shortlist time. As you can see for right backs, I've looked at 3. Those are Jeremie Frimpong from Celtic, Sergino Dest from Ajax, and Thomas Tavares from Benfica. I wanted to try and keep these transfers realistic. I'm not too sure how realistic Dest is. However, he does look like a good player. And I mean, hey, the Premier League is appealing to a lot of players, and especially in this time during COVID, where it just seems it's only Premier League teams that really have any money. I also added some other wingers. That is Agustin Urzi, who looks like a very decent player. Weak foot and skill moves. Doesn't seem to have his own face, though, which I guess is a little bit annoying. Chukwueze as well from Villarreal, but I think the only thing about him is it might not say here, but he does in fact have a release clause of 49 million, which in Spanish teams they usually want you to pay that, so that is maybe a little bit interesting. But Tavares actually has a 13 million release clause, so that's actually not too bad, to be fair as well. I don't believe there's any other release clauses in the team, so yeah, I'm maybe going to look at trying to sign some of these players, but I will have a look throughout the general team first. We do actually have Winston Reid on loan, which is interesting. I mean, hey, if I can't seem to get a centre-back, maybe he'd be actually alright backup, but hopefully it won't have to come down to that. Yeah, there are going to be some players, guys, that I do just add to the transfer list, as it just doesn't seem like they're going to grow enough or even in time to be part of the team, like Xander Silva and Oladapo Afolayan. These guys, whilst having incredibly cool names, don't seem like people that are really going to grow fast enough or really get to a point where they'll be starting for the team anyway. Okay guys, so officially having a look at our budget, it's alright, it's 32 million around, and you've got 200,000 in wages, so we should be able to do a little bit of that. I don't think any of the players that I'm looking to sell will really be of much value or worth, so hopefully we can try and get some good deals done. But going into the youth setup, I believe, yes, we already have a pretty decent scout. Oscar Elliott, interesting name, 2 first names he's got there, is actually ready to start going to scout people. I could just fire him straight away if I wanted to, but I'm not too sure that I really want to do that. Having a look though, where would I actually want him to go? Should we just be boring and go with England? Yeah, why not? Let's go for 6 months. And we'll have a look for, a winger could be good actually. Defensive minded or a winger. That is, what, I'm actually going to go for a winger. Do something a bit exciting. He's been sent off, old Oscar Elliott. And hopefully he can find us a nice gem of a player. Is that him as well? There you go, departing for England. And yeah, hopefully he can find us a bit of a gem for this season. Okay guys, so having a look at the calendar, as you can see there are a whole load of new little images in the bottom right corners of the dates, and basically they resemble whether your squad will be training, whether they'll be resting, or whether they'll be recovering. As you can see at the moment, it's set to before matches rest day, after matches recovery day, and intermittent training, which to be fair is completely fine with me for this moment in time to try and keep the fitness of the squad up. Maybe after we finish the international tournament, I might have a look to trying to maybe increase the training days and then just have some rest days before the match as well. You can actually have only rest, you can have intermittent training, intermittent rest, or only training as well. There's not really much of a difference between intermittent rest and intermittent training, to be honest. It just changes the pattern very slightly. Okay guys, so this is where your players actually gain their sharpness from. Inside the zone dribbling, extreme hot potato defending scenarios, and you can actually set up players to perform in any sort of training that you want to. You can also train players to change position, train their weak foot, train their skill moves. You can do a whole lot in this game so far. So yeah, as you guys can see, I believe this is the first team and they're set up to do some drills. I think if you want the best results from drills, you actually may have to play them first, and then once you keep simming them, you keep getting good results after that. So I might have to do that, but I'm not going to necessarily do that right now. So I've actually gone through the drills, and as you can see, I've got an A and an A and a B. Just wanted to do this to try and keep the squad's sharpness up, and the fitness has gone down a bit, but hopefully now I won't have to play all of them. Hopefully it should stick to about the same results. I will be looking to as well go through in a bit of a later date the individual players and changing their positions as well, but for the moment I just want to get some base testings done and also try and get into some transfers for you guys as well. Here's some players. They all seem to be very glad that I've put them up for sale. I've only just met them and they're like, yep, we don't want to be here, please and thank you. So I guess fair enough from them. I'm not looking to please any of them. Greetings, boss. On behalf of the whole team, I wanted to welcome you to West Ham United. Thank you, Declan. Can you? Oh, you can't have any. You can't have any bad words to say there. So what am I going to say to these guys? I'm looking at options. I'll just say that to all. I just want to get into the first game of our international tournament, which is against Başakşehir. I believe that is how you pronounce it. And no update yet on our players that we have scouted, but hopefully that should come within the next few days. I won't be playing any of these international tournament matches. I will just be simulating them. So yeah, because we don't want to make this too long and sim a tournament that ultimately doesn't really matter and will only just get us a little bit of extra money. Okay guys, so we are simulating the match, and as you can see, some nice little graphics going on. We'll actually be able to watch the match unfold as it happens. I didn't want to just quick sim the first match because I do want to see how this works. As you can see, there are the players passing around. But yeah, in the future I might just quick sim some of the matches. But this is cool. You can actually also jump into the match whenever you want to and manage your team as well. You can basically just manage the entire squad without playing the game as well, which is a pretty cool feature, I must say. But we are on the attack currently, and will we be able to get a shot off? I'm not sure, but it is looking quite like we are dominating the first opening minutes of the game. But I will get to you guys if anything interesting does unfold. So they have Martin Skirtle actually, that's quite funny. And we do have a goal, guys, and that is Lanzini getting the first goal of our international tournament. I could jump in if I wanted to, but I am okay. So that is a nice 1-0. So it did end 2-1. Antonio getting the winning goal as well, which is very nice. Lanzini and Vissa getting the goals beforehand, as you guys saw Lanzini's earlier in the day as well. But yeah, a nice little first match for us, a win. No injuries seem to have happened, so we'll get on to what happens next. Okay, so we have our next match now against Lyon. Our fitness not going too greatly, to be honest, so I might just rotate the team. It will probably end in a loss, but I don't want anyone's fitness to be really affected or to risk an injury. How have Lyon not got any fitness effects? You know, surely some of those players played in their last game. I do think I see a couple of down fitness, but nowhere near what ours is, so that's a bit strange. But oh well, I guess you can't complain. I'm just going to quick sim this match and see how it does unfold. And it was a 1-0 win, so not too bad. They got an injury, but we did not. We only had one shot, so maybe not the best result in that match, but we couldn't risk our players' fitness. We'll play the full team for the next game. Our next game against Wolfsburg, as you can see, already some pluses on the players. I'm not sure if that's to do with their match sharpness, maybe it is. But yeah, they're all looking in pretty good form, so hopefully we could pick up a win against this Wolfsburg side. Unfortunately not, guys, it was a 2-1 loss. Souček getting our goal. The stats not too different, but Wolfsburg just seems to be that little bit more clinical in the game. That probably means that we are out of the tournament, I would assume, as yeah, Lyon definitely won at least 2 matches, so that's a shame. We will get some money as well though, and also not risk our players' fitness too much as well. And for that tournament, guys, we did pick up £1,170,000. Okay, guys, so the scout reports have come back for our players, and taking a look at them, some seem quite affordable, others maybe not so much. Frimpong actually looking like quite a good option, and to be honest, I can always play Fredericks whilst Frimpong improves, so that is not too bad. Dest obviously the best out of the options and therefore more expensive. Tavares with the release clause as well. Urzi looking decent, 73 rated, 77 for Chukwueze. So yeah, not too bad from these options, guys, but I do think I really want this Ozan Kabak guy. So he does look quite good. He's got decent stats, athleticism good, defending good, and yeah, just looking like a pretty good all-round defender. Nothing special, nothing fancy, but you just want your defender to defend. Power header as well, you love to see that. So yeah, looking like quite a nice player. 6'1", so not too bad either. Medium. That can always be improved in training as well, as FIFA does. So I might actually try and make an offer for him right off the bat, as I really do want a new starting centre-back. And some of these options, guys, like Urzi and Frimpong, are quite cheap as well, so there's no reason why I can't try and pick these guys up also. There I am, guys. It doesn't really look much like me. I think the facial hair is actually alright, but the hairstyles, they never really have my actual hairstyle. Also, no glasses, it seems, that you can have in your manager, which seems a little bit weird, but maybe a little bit discriminatory towards people with glasses, I'm not too sure. But it says that he's valued at 19.5. I believe they said it'll probably be in a region just over 24,000, but we can offer a player swap deal as well. We could offer pretty much any position. Are there any players that I will not really be looking to use that I could try and offload? You've got a 1 million player there in Holland. Do we have any centre-backs that are of any worth either? We've got Cardoso, who, to be fair, if I did get this player, I would not be needing Cardoso, so probably should go with him actually, see if we can include him in the offer as well. So I could offer Cardoso and offer a transfer fee as well. Wait, does this mean I can add another player, or does this mean just change the player? Let me have a look. What does this actually mean? We've got Johnson there, I don't want to give him Ashby. Okay, no, it just means that you can only offer one. It would be interesting if you could offer more than one of these players, but we'll just offer Cardoso. We'll add on a fee of not 20,000, of, I believe... Should we try and be cheeky? Should we go for 15? Maybe not 15. Should we go for 18 million? I think just below his value, so it basically reaches his value with the offer of that player. I think that's not too bad an offer. So let's see how that actually goes. Let's try and skip it as well. They want 27 million and a sell-on clause of 20%. So that is quite a lot. I'm going to counter that. There's so many options now, guys, isn't there? Remove sell-on clause, edit sell-on clause. To be fair, I'm not looking to sell this guy, so I actually don't care about the sell-on clause. Propose new transfer fee. 27 million they want. What if I go for 21? 21, edit sell-on clause, and I just go to 25%? Maybe, because I'm not really looking to sell him, or at least... If he's terrible, I will, but he'll probably go for quite a lot of money if he grows for quite a lot, so it wouldn't be too bad if we did still have a sell-on clause. Let's have a look and see what they do. They look a little bit set on their offer. I'm going to counter that again. I'm going to push that down to, I guess, 25 million. Meet me at 25 million, see how that goes. Come on, guys, come on. Okay, they've accepted it. So that is our first, at least, agreed to negotiation. We'll have to see though if the player does accept his wages as well. We'll have to negotiate that with him. That doesn't mean that Cardoso will go, but that's absolutely fine. I don't think I'll need 5 centre-backs anyway. If one gets injured, I'll just have to rotate 3 for the time being. Cardoso's potential I don't believe was over 80 anyway, so not someone that I'm really looking to, have to deal with. But going into it, he will be an important first team player for us. They can agree to that, which is nice. They want 5 years. Yep, yes please. I will definitely take that at 20 years old. Disregard release clause. I do not want it. And they want the wages at 17,000. Wow, that is crazy. I want to remove the bonus because I don't like it when money just comes out of nowhere where you kind of aren't expecting it. But if we go by this and the signing offer, okay, they want to bump it up to 20. That is fine by me. There we go, guys. As simple as that, we have a new centre-back in the team. And I want to go, without further ado, and put him in the squad. So what that means is Ogbonna, unfortunately, will swap him with Balbuena. Balbuena will go to the reserves and get swapped with Kabak. And Kabak will grow nicely with Diop, who has some good potential as well. So that should be very fun to watch those two play. Both right-footed, but that is absolutely fine. And let's try and see if we can make any other additions to the team. So our transfer budget right now is sitting on about 11 million. I think this actually still could work, as I'm not looking to really strengthen in massively expensive signings. Kabak will probably be our most expensive signing in the squad. I'm still getting used to this interface of FIFA. I haven't played FIFA in ages, so still trying to find where everything goes. But having a look, I think the next important thing to do right now is probably try and find a right back that will grow a bit quicker than Johnson. I don't really have anything against Johnson. I think he's a good player. But if I want to, improve, and eventually I want this right back to improve over Fredericks as well. So I do think that I'll have to be looking to try and strengthen in that aspect. There is Urzi, who we might be able to try and get as well. He's got a speed dribbler trait, not too expensive either. I think Frimpong is probably the player that I'm going to go with in terms of the right back. Flair, speed dribbler, technical dribbler. Very nice traits indeed. I mean, some of them are obviously CPU ones. His stats looking very good. So I do think that he is someone that I am actually probably looking to go for and purchase. So I think he's going to be the next person that I try to sign from Celtic. Okay, so yes, again, we will try and offer yet another player swap. I'm thinking of seeing what players there are available. Doesn't really seem to be an expensive goalkeeper that I can sell, nor in the midfield option. There is Cullen, who actually I probably will not be using, so that actually could be a decent option for him to go. 24, not going to improve. He does not look 24, he looks a bit older than that. But let's actually see if we can get a little bit of a swap deal going with him. If I add on the transfer fee of just, I don't know, a 1 million and see how that works. I know FIFA are a bit dodgy with how they evaluate players and add on fees, so I guess we'll see how that is. They can swap him for Cullen, but they want 3 million. Well, I'll definitely offload Cullen, but not sure about that transfer fee, to be honest. New transfer fee, I think I'll meet you at 2 million if you guys want. 2 million, and you guys have a deal. 2.3 million, that is a little bit stingy, to be honest. Well, guess what, mate? We can be stingy too, and I'm going to go for 2,200,000. So yeah, how about that? Take that one. You'll accept that, won't you? You'll accept that. You don't need that extra 100k. You were just trying to mess with me. But anyway, Frimpong now in the books, trying to get him to sign his contract. Hopefully, shouldn't be too hard. These players don't have faces, which is a shame. But when you're a club like West Ham, you can't really be going for the elite calibre of players that would actually have some player faces. So we're just going to have to accept that. I'm going to put him in a rotation role. Will he accept that? Yep, that's fine. That is very good. For Celtic, I'm not sure if he'd be starting or not. So pretty happy that that's going to happen. He's 19 years old, so hopefully should accept that as well. Very nice. Disregard the release clause. We don't want it. He wants that. Counter, remove the bonus. 68,000 signing bonus, 700,000 wage. It is a bit ridiculous that they want that when they're signing for a Premier League club, but we won't have too much of a go about that when it does mean that we are signing him for 7.8k a week, and he could potentially end up becoming our starting right back soon. It might not take him that long to grow, so he could be overtaking Fredericks fairly quickly in the team. So guys, we've already sorted out one of the objectives without even meaning to. Sign 2 players under 20. That is one exposure brand development objective actually done. So that's pretty good. Our manager rating is at 80. Look at the other ones. They want us to sell 3 players within 2 seasons, get something to the age, increase the team's experience level. That probably won't happen. Domestic success, Europa League spot. That's quite a lot to ask for in my first season, but round of 16 in the FA Cup isn't too bad. Financial as well, and that should just happen as everything takes place. Reduce players' wages, that could happen as well. Getting rid of players and signing these players who want a bit of low wages. So that should actually be not too hard to complete. So I think we're on the right course, guys. Looking at the budget, it's not too bad either. So I think I'm actually going to try and sign this young winger that we've got in the books. I need to get used to this transfer hub selection screen. But it's Urzi, and if you look at him, his pace is pretty good. So he's also got 4-star skill moves, left-footed, can play on either side. This guy just looks like a bit of a beast, so I might actually approach to buy it, and we should have enough money to do so. I'm not even sure where that club is. I believe it's probably Argentinian, so he probably won't be asking for that bigger wages as well. I think we're getting some absolute steal, guys, in this first window. Some absolute steals indeed. Offer player swap. Will anyone want to go to the Argentinian league? I'm not too sure about that. Wingers, anyone that I really want to try and get rid of? Nathan Holland, does he want to go? See if we can offload him. Also maybe add a cheeky 5 million, maybe 5 million in Holland. Wanna maybe see if you can accept that? Let's discuss alternative options. They want Ogbonna and 500,000. I need him. I need him, guys, as a centre back. The only thing that I can necessarily maybe think of doing, if this is the case, is maybe loaning in a centre back. But maybe that wouldn't be the worst option to do. Maybe try and get a player on loan. But I haven't looked at one, guys. I'm not too sure what to do, but I think if we're going to be in the name of career mode and making this exciting, then we may as well do it and accept the offer. And Ogbonna is going to the Argentinian league, I believe. So hopefully he has a fun time there. Was not planning on that happening, but hey, I mean, this sort of stuff happens in real life. Things come out of nowhere and you've got to deal with them. So Ogbonna has now gone, and we are now going to try and get Urzi into the team. He wants to be sporadic. That is fine by me. I was going to offer rotation, but that is alright. 5 years. I'm loving this, guys. Loving what I'm hearing from this guy's agent. And his current wage is 8,000. We weren't thinking of including a release clause. Oh, this is just music to my ears, honestly. And now we can talk about the wages. They want me to make it up. How rude. I would much rather they told me what they actually wanted. Weekly wage. You know what? Let's just go with the 10,000. Signing bonus. I'll give you why not? I'll give you 50k. Why not? 50k signing bonus as well. Do you want to take that? I bet you do. Oh my god, they want more. I was not expecting that, guys. They want more than my other players do. I'm a little bit insulted, actually. I feel like they're taking a bit of the mick. I might actually reduce this a little bit just for the pure cheek of these guys. You can have 150,000. How about that? Don't try and cut me short, guys. Don't try and take the mick. Okay, they want to reduce the signing bonus. You know what? Fine, you've conceded. You've lost. I'm the man in charge. And you guys have conceded to my terms, kind of. And now you are going to be part of the squad and a nice rotation winger for the team. So looking at the team, Frimpong and Urzi are in the squad. Just on the bench, obviously, as we don't want to be starting them just yet, even though they will definitely improve. Let's get Balbuena there, put him on the bench, probably instead of Cresswell. So yeah, these are some pretty good signings, guys. These guys are going to grow as well, potentially become world beaters, maybe in their position. I'm not too sure, but they're both very exciting prospects. So I'm very excited to see where these guys go. However, it does beg the question about a centre-back now. I did actually notice that I believe Cresswell can actually play centre-back, so that's not too bad if worse does come to worse. But I think, why not try and look at the potential loan list of players and see who we can actually pick up. Have expanded the shortlist a little bit. I deleted the players that we don't need anymore, and I thought with Bonner gone, I might need to look for another young centre-back who actually might be of a bit of value to me. There's actually Kouassi, who has a release clause of 8.4 million, which is very interesting. Might actually be able to pick him up. Can also play a central defensive midfielder as well. 6'2", high defensive work rate. So that is a very, very interesting option. Strength and jumping. He's sticking out to me right away, guys. I mean, charisma as well. And jumping, he does look decent, but Kouassi really is someone that sticks out from Bayern Munich as well. Could have a very high potential. And obviously, as you guys know, I'm a Chelsea boy, so I was having a look at players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Billy Gilmore. Loftus-Cheek has a release clause. I don't know if that's actually IRL, but that's interesting. But these are two players that I'd like to pick up, maybe even on a loan, that they could just use to help bolster the team a little bit, as I'm not necessarily really happy with the midfield options, but these two could definitely prove to be very helpful. That doesn't look like Billy Gilmore at all, but this does definitely look like Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I'm not going to lie, I've done a bit of thinking, and I also have just come to the conclusion, why not just go for Kouassi straight away? I mean, at the end of the day, if his release clause is really 8.4 million, we can afford that, and also we can always try and get a little bit lower. So if we approach to buy and we go, no, begin negotiations with the club, they're listening, so maybe we can just attempt to get him for a little bit cheaper. I hope it's not broken and they ask for more than his release clause, because that does seem a little bit strange. We can try and do a player swap. Who for? I'm not too sure yet. If we go to maybe fullbacks, we could maybe try and offer Johnson, as we don't really need him anymore. See what actually happens, or see what they do with that thing. They feel like they're heading nowhere with this. They're wasted their time. That is a little bit interesting. No actions available. I can't even pay his release clause yet. Oh, that's because I did a stupid thing and just offered them Ben Johnson with no transfer fee. So that's a bit silly on my behalf. It's okay, we can wait a little bit of time and do it again. That's the rookie error of not playing FIFA for a while, guys. But still, these two in my sights as potential loan moves. Right, guys, we're going to try and attempt to buy Kouassi again, and this time not just offer them a player with absolutely no money. We've learnt from that mistake, I do hope. Player swap. Maybe not going with Davies, maybe going with someone else that we don't need. I don't know really what positions we're too in bulk of. We've still got Holland, so maybe we offer him plus a transfer fee. His value, I believe, was 3 million, so if we maybe offer them 3 million plus Holland, that won't be too bad, or hopefully at least they won't storm off. So let's see what they do here. They want Holland, but they want 4.05 million. I'm going to counter that, actually. I'll propose a new transfer fee. Let's try and bump that down to 3,500, just to be a little bit stingy, and also to win negotiations, be in their heads. Okay, never mind. I think they've won. Yeah, sure. Well, I tried, guys. I tried to tempt them into giving me a bit more extra money, but it didn't seem like that was going to be the case. We can now negotiate, though, with Kouassi. It seems a bit easy, though, so hopefully his overall is okay. I'm a little bit put off by the fact that this seems to be so easy. He does have a player face, though, so that is very, very good indeed. Rotation, they want that. Yes, that is fine. I will take it. How many years do you want? Please tell me it's 5, as you are only 18 years old. They'll take that as well. No release clause, that is fine as well. I don't really want any release clauses on my player, because that's a bit scary. If I just counter this, remove the bonus, submit, they'll probably want a little bit more extra wage because of that. They don't. They're fine. It's not quite what the lad wanted. I love how they refer to him as the lad. So we've got him in the team. That means that we can remove charisma as well. And it still means that we have a decent bit of budget left, which I could use to actually loan one of these two players, Loftus-Cheek or Billy Gilmour, which is quite interesting. See, part of me wants to go for Loftus-Cheek, so I just think it would be fun and exciting, and I could, to be fair, also loan them both just for some squad depth, but I'm not too sure how realistic that would really be. Billy Gilmour, value is only 4 million, so maybe I could actually potentially steal him, which is a little bit interesting as well. Let me actually... Should I go for it, guys? I think I might actually go out of nowhere to try and sign Billy Gilmour from Chelsea. I mean, I don't think this is necessarily too unrealistic. Chelsea have a lot of great players, a lot of depth and roles that are already being filled by fantastic people as well. So maybe I could actually try and offer them Billy Gilmour. I'm not sure who I'd offer them to maybe take away some of the profit from. Xander Silva maybe, and then a transfer fee of maybe 3 million. Maybe that would be something that Chelsea would look at. I'm not too sure. They don't want the player, Lampard doesn't, and they'll take 3.9 million. I'm not sure Frank could be too happy about doing this in real life, but I think I might just accept it, guys, with the 4% sell-on fee. And just like that, we've agreed to sign Billy Gilmour, and maybe, if his wages aren't too bad, we can actually have a go at signing the young Scotsman. I mean, he is quite small, but he does have some great qualities, so this could actually be a very interesting signing. They only want sporadic, yeah, sure. I think that's a bit unrealistic with someone like Gilmour, but I think we will take it. 5 years, please, for the 19-year-old. This is awesome, guys. I can't believe you're actually doing this. They want this as well. They weren't thinking of that. That is okay. No problem with me. His wage is a little bit high, but maybe he'd actually bump it down a bit. They're going to make me do it. Of course they are. I'm not too sure now if they'd be insulted. What about this and the signing bonus of... I don't even know what a realistic amount is. 200,000 maybe? Hopefully they'll just counter me with this. That's reasonable, apparently. Okay, maybe I've just completely oversold that. But yeah, apparently that's reasonable. And maybe, I don't really see why we couldn't potentially sign Loftus-Cheek for that money either. So looking at the team now, you can see it actually starting to take shape. We have made quite a few signings. We've got Kabak already in the centre-back role, and we have filled out our depth a bit with Urzi, who I think could become a great winger. He's got some great stats on him as well, with the skill moves, the left foot. Also, we've got Frimpong at right back. We've got Gilmour as well, who can play central midfield. And we have Kouassi as well for a centre-back CDM role. This is great, guys. I'm also thinking if there's anything else we could do. We don't have a big transfer budget yet, but we could also maybe loan some players. Maybe there's actually a player that you guys, especially West Ham fans, think that you will be selling, that you want me to as well, in the sense of realism. So if you guys do have any ideas of what it is you want me to do in this series, please be sure to leave a comment down below, and I will read them before I record the next episode as well. Let me know if you still want me to loan Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think that could be very fun and interesting as well, although we do have Fornals, we do have Lanzini, so maybe you guys don't want to see that, or maybe you do, but I would love to hear your guys' feedback. In the next episode, we will actually be getting into our first few Premier League games of the season, and we'll be seeing how I fare on Legendary difficulty as well, so that should be fun and fairly interesting to do. I do hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of this West Ham career mode. A lot of signings made, maybe some more to come, maybe some outgoings to go as well, but we shall see in my future series of FIFA 21 career mode. Hope you guys do have a nice day. Be sure to subscribe for more comments on this series, and also turn on that notification bell as well so you never miss an episode. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time.